Hello and welcome to part 2 of the student tutorial for Read and Write for Google. In this tutorial we will explore how Read and Write for Google can be used in Google Drive. Let's take a look. I have a document here titled Lacrosse. I'm going to double click on it and open it. As you can see, the document is open in Google Drive. However, with the Read and Write for Google option available, we can click Open with Read and Write. It may take a few moments depending on how big your document is. Now we have our document opened up in Read and Write for Google. The two main features we will be discussing right now are the text annotation tool and the general annotation tool. Let's take a look at the text annotation tool. It's this T icon right here. This ability allows us to add text wherever we would like on the document. If we don't like it, we can hit X and delete it, or if we like what we have, we can check the check mark and have our annotated text be inserted into the document. Now let's take a look at our other annotation tool. This is just the general annotation. Clicking on this icon here with the X and the little push pin behind it will change our cursor to a push pin. This is where we can add annotations. So let's say we're scrolling through our document and we find something that we really like or that we think is really important. We could click that, and as you notice, we have an option to delete it or cancel it, but we'll type an annotation. Remember, when we're annotating, we want to be concise. We don't want to write large amounts because that takes away from the purpose of annotating, which is adding short little ideas into papers that help us think about different things. So for instance, I wrote, I think this piece of information is very important because, and then I would list why I thought that piece of information would be important. Annotations can also be used to add what we think. So let's add another one. For example, I think the rules of lacrosse are stupid because, and then I would list why I think so. So remember, when we're annotating, we want to include things that are relevant to the text. Annotation helps us engage with the text. It allows us to think about and share our opinions. And if we want to, we can even drag the annotation. And if we don't like it, we can hit delete. Let's explore the highlighting features in Google Drive as well. So similar to the website highlight features, we can highlight our documents. As you can see, when I select the first line, I'm given the features again. So if I would like to highlight something in blue, I can select that. Pink, green, or yellow. And remember, we don't want to highlight too many things, only the things we think are most important. Having the annotation features and the highlight features can help us understand why we highlighted something. So I think this piece of information is very important because whatever the reason we think so is. Again, just like on our website features, we can use collect highlights. Let's say I want to collect all the highlights that I have made. Select OK, and sometimes it takes a second to process. open Google Doc, and there you have it. I have all my highlights that I created on my document in a new Google Doc. Remember, practice makes perfect. Experiment with these features and get comfortable with it. You won't get it perfect the first time. That's why it's important to try new things, try different types of highlighting, try different annotations, conference with your peers, parents, or teachers. I hope this was helpful.